business that deals with data on a project basis often needs to be very organized with a filing structure, especially if we generate lots of working files that need to be easily found and utilized. If this file structure is consistent between projects, it makes this organization very easy to follow. However, it can be a chore to create this folder structure every time, making sure that we are consistent and don't introduce any typos or omissions. In this video, we are going to create a script that will generate the file structure for us at the location the shortcut is executed from. Our file structure is designed for a video production environment, but the principles shown here mean that it can easily be adapted for your use case. First, let's take a look at the file structure so we know what we're going to generate. We have a folder with the project name, in which we have a folder for our assets, our grade, our master, our deliverables, and project folders. Many of these folders have nested items underneath them, such as assets. Create a new script by clicking the plus button and configuring its color, icon, and title. Next, make sure that the shortcut is configured to use the Finder quick action, and make sure that it only accepts the folder's input type. Now, we are ready to start creating the shortcut flow. First, search for the Create Folder action and drag it into the flow. It should receive the output of the Quick Actions block. Click the path slot and choose Ask Every Time, and configure it with a helpful message. This will create our initial folder. Drag another Create Folder action into the flow. We want its input to be the folder we just created. Give this folder the name Assets. Again, add another Create Folder action, and this time use the Select Variable option to choose the Assets folder and give it the name Audio. This shortcut will have a lot of repetitive steps, so we can take advantage of the duplicate option that is available under the contextual menu, accessed with a right click. This will retain the link to the assets folder, so we can just edit the name that the new folder will have, in this case, images. Repeat this duplication step and add folders for video and titles. We can then add another Create Folder action, this time making sure that we choose the first project folder as the input, and repeat the process above to create nested groups of folders, like so. We can add a feature to tag the project folder with one of the built-in color tags using the Label Files action. Drag this into the flow immediately after the project folder at the top of the flow. It should pick up the folder as its input, but if it doesn't, use the Select Variable option to assign it to the correct folder, and then assign a color from the tag list. Unfortunately, the Label action doesn't allow us to use custom tags. However, we can get around this with AppleScript. AppleScript doesn't allow us to assign tags that are not already defined by the system, so first we need to set some custom tags in the Finder. Select the Finder and open the Preferences. Choose the Tags tab. We can now add a custom tag with the plus button. We're going to add 3 tags with a traffic light system, so that we have jobs that are in progress, completed, and on hold. With each tag created, we can rename it and select a color. The tick makes it visible in the Finder sidebar. Now that we have our tags created, we can head back over to the Shortcuts app to add the required AppleScript. The script we use here is courtesy of Viking OS X on the Apple support boards, with a few modifications to make it work for us. The primary thing we need to do is make sure that we change tag name to the name of the tag we wish to assign to the newly created folder. Now, when we run the quick action, we can create the project, and the result is our folder structure with the tag set. This means that we can click the progress tag in the Finder and see all of our active projects. This is great, but wouldn't it be useful to be able to change the tag that a project is assigned with just a keyboard shortcut? Let's look at how we could do that. Create a new shortcut, and as before, change the color, icon, and name. We are using Switch Project tag. Again, we first want to assign the shortcut to be used with a quick action, and choose something appropriate for the key combination. We're using Option, Command, Shift, and T. This drops in the shortcut input action, and we need to configure it to accept only folders. We will use a Choose From menu, which allows us to define several options that the user can select, each with a block for its relevant code below. We will add the names of our 3 status tags to the list using the plus button to do so. Next, we need to add in the Apple script that we used to set the tag in the previous shortcut. Drag a Run Apple script block into the flow under the In Progress block and copy and paste the details from the other shortcut. It would be helpful to let the user know that the tag has been set. Grab a Show Alert action and drag it under the Apple script action. Change the text and remove the Cancel button by unticking the box under Show More. Next, duplicate these blocks and change the details in both the alert and the Apple script to reflect their new locations. That's it. Now we have a shortcut that can be called by using our keyboard combination and will allow us to easily change the tag of the selected folder. Let's test it out. Choose one of the projects we created earlier and change it to On Hold. Again, let's select this project and change it to Completed. If we look at the tags in the Finder sidebar, we can see that we have an easy way to look at the projects that we have at each point in the process. I hope that these videos have given you a glimpse into the power of automation on the Mac and how it can be used to really speed up your workflow with some custom tools that you can take advantage of day in and day out.